All right, I'm back. Yeah, that was my dog acting ridiculous. So, to get back into it, today, what I'm doing is I'm adding GoRouter to a Flutter application because I've tried and played around with a couple little things. I've written a couple of navigation libraries on the C sharp side. I've contributed to navigation libraries on the C sharp side. I've used a lot of navigation libraries in a lot of different ways. And from what I've seen in the Flutter ecosystem, GoRouter just seems to fit the best. So rather than try and force the square peg into the round hole, I figure I'm gonna give it a try and see how the Romans like it, and if they like it, and it works for me, um, I use it. And when I hit a use case that I can't that it can't solve, I'll either try and contribute to it or figure out a different way to deal with it. So it's kind of how I like to do the things with the stuff. But yeah, so I've got the Go Router bits. Let me go to the GitHubs so that I can make sure that I'm doing the thing correctly. Getting started. All right, yay, documentation. All right, so getting started. The first thing I want to do is go over to my main.dart. And currently I have routes as that. And I need to change that to something. Okay, so then that's where we're going to start. Let me pull up this other application where I've done this at least once. Let me see. Oh, I've done this differently here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll do it that way. Um, we'll do a final go router equals go router. Oh, I didn't do my haha. Don't want to configure the thing. Yeah, skip dependencies. Now I have the go router. Get dependencies. Resolving. I did add it to my YAML, didn't I? Yep, I added it to my YAML. Yeah, we'll insert it and then we'll see what this says. Import. Now it'll import. Okay, so again, my C sharp brain, I'm so used to the way it works. Let me do underscore. Let me do routes. Oh, I'm already in routes. Let me just remove this. Underscore routes. Let's create. I don't want it to be a class. I just need it to be a thing that returns routes. Oh, it's just going to be an array of go routes, isn't it? All right, so final routes equals go route. Yeah. All right. See, now everybody's happy there except for you. So what do you need? You need a path. I think the first path. How am I doing this? Ooh, I'm still being spicy. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna try that approach because I think I still like this approach. Let me get rid of all that. Let me get rid of that. Okay, go away. I just want you to go away. You're taking up valuable real estate, and I don't really care about Android at the moment. Unused. Okay, none of that matters. All right, so I think what I want to do is I want to create an enum called puppy power route. I think what I want. Oh, I have to do that at the bottom, right? Okay, so I learned this the last time I tried this. I explicitly have to put this constructor at the bottom. Otherwise, I run into a world of trouble. Required. Oh, I need to. This is exactly why I'm over here writing Dart today because I haven't written Dart in a while, and I'm trying to get these reps in. trying to make sure that I can continue to write Dart for as long as I want because I really like the language. I like. Nope, don't want to insert anything. That's an enum. Oh, okay. I need to do this. Final string path. Expected identifier. Does it not have puppy power? Did I not spell it right? Spelled it right. I typed it right. Oh, do I? Oh, I think I have to. Okay. It's gonna be path. Okay, that's what it takes. And now that I think about this, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna actually go backwards in time. Yeah. Okay, so I want to make sure that I do this correctly. I want to make sure that so this is add pet. So actually, we want to do this as add pet, and then we want to do an initial, and that's just going to be slash. Okay, these are going to be okay. Yep. All right. So my syntax is getting better. All right. So that's there, and then I'll worry about that in a minute. So now I can say that my path is route dot initial route. Oh no, that's not what I want at all. Why won't it? Oh, womp womp. Okay, I just got stooged. Dot path. Ooh, I could probably do some type of type declaration to make that always return the string, but I'll worry about that later. This is sufficient for my needs. All right, so now I can. I still don't know if I like this. I might change this, but that's tomorrow problem. That at least gets me all this. So now my GoRouter has my initial path. But that's only routes. So I need to provide it. Navigator key. Oh, I need to create an observer as well, don't I? That's for logging. I'll probably do that anyway, just to be sure. Alright, and then if there's an error page, we need to do that. Alright, so I'm going to add these. So let me do this before I go any further. Git add GoRouter. And we add all right, cool. So we've got that there. But let's go back to the main Dart because I feel like this just gets replaced with routes. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, so now instead of doing routes and initial route, here I just have to provide it the router config. So router. Oh, is that inside the? It should be inside the. Why is this? Oh, that's why. Serial app dot. Come on. Router. There we go. So now those go away, and I have route config, and that route config is going to be GoRouter. Yes, I know you need to update, remove parentheses. There we go. All right, cool. So now this is where I break the app. Breaking. All right, this is gonna be fun. So we're gonna see if any of this works by the end of it. All right, so we have our Go router and our Go router. You can do it. So where do we actually use that? Oh, ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what that is. All right, we'll get there. So we've got the puppy path, and it doesn't have any underlying routes, I don't think. And the route navigation. I think from here, we should at minimum get to whatever the initial page is. Don't know how that page is gonna spin up though. We gotta figure that out. Okay. I see what I did. I see what I did. Did smart things. So if I do page builder, and now I can use the add pet screen dot builder. Oh, ooh, oh, okay. Womp womp. So used to my C sharp brain doing C sharp brain things. So context and the state, and then here I can use. What does this require? This requires me to return a page. But I feel like if I do this and just pass in the context, that should be sufficient. No? No, because it returns a widget and this needs to be wrapped in a. Okay, I think that's what it is. That's the nuance that I learned the last time. Is that this needs to be in a material page, and the child is the builder. Yeah, all right. All right, so that's the first route. What is the page key? Oh, that's okay. That's probably what's gonna bite us, but we're gonna run this and see what happens. Oh, it's thinking. It's thinking real hard. It's thinking. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's gonna do that, isn't it? Okay. Why am I getting these messages now? After these messages, wait. What is wait though? Wait is a double. Widget render default quit unexpectedly. Sweet. All right, let's buckle in, cause this is gonna be fun. I broke something. I'm not even gonna worry about these right now. It doesn't seem like it's affecting me being able to run the application. So what did I broke? What did I broke? What did I broke? What did I broke? Let's go find out what Rodney broke. Yeah, let me start pinning and unpinning things. So we're gonna pin this tab, unpin, unpin, unpin. Main.dart we're gonna pin, and I'm going to close all but the pinned. Okay. So, what did I break? Is the $64,000 question. Oh, probably because it doesn't have a key. Let me go. Let's go look at the documentation and do what the documentation says. So, the documentation says I should be able to just do that. That should be sufficient. So, the documentation tells me that I've more or less got it figured out. I can get rid of this. All right. So, the path. Oh, okay. I need to pass. That's the state dot page key. Maybe that. Oh, oh, it came up, but it gave me an. So I. Oh wait, now I'm really tripping. Okay, you guys can't see the simulator. Based on this, it worked. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop this, and we're gonna go to the simulator, and we're gonna say, simulator, we don't care what you say you have. Runner quit unexpectedly. Yep, we got it. Yep. Okay. Yep. Still going. Runner is still quitting unexpectedly. Okay. So we're gonna run this again and see what happens. Because I got iOS catastrophic system failures on the Mac, but it looks like the Go routing worked? Question mark. Yeah. See, widget renderer default underscore default quit unexpectedly, and now the application is. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna report that because I don't know what to do with that. Send it to Apple. Yep. Okay, because like the Go routing is working, so maybe it's not. I mean, all of this looks like it's working. Okay, pet's weight 90 pounds. He's a dude. It completes. Okay, so this is where I want the Go router to take me from where it is. All right, so now here we're getting to the fun part. So now I want to go to the main menu, which is going to be just the main navigation page, right? So let's figure that out. Features, home. I think home is where it is. Yeah, home screen. Home screen seems good. So here, now that we've done all that and we've added a pet, once you add a pet, I want you to go back to the home screen. And I think that means that this is going to be at the same level. So this is where Go Router starts to get me. Yeah, see, there we go. Why is it complaining? Oh, dun dun dun. Because I didn't get all the parentheses. This is where Go Router starts to get me. Is I look at it and everything is hierarchical, if I'm not mistaken, but it's not really like directly hierarchical. It's like a tree hierarchy. So depending upon where you put the route in the configuration tells you where you can route it. What I like about it is it kind of makes me feel like it's an ASP.NET configuration routing setup. What I what I'm still learning about it is how to visualize that configuration in my brain before I put it on the routing. So I haven't done any visualization today, so we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. Import library. Import. Yeah, sure. How do I prefer? Oh yeah, no, we don't want to do it that way. Then we want to be consistent. There we go. So okay, so there's the screen builder. This is actually going to be. Oh, we're gonna have to change this because the initial path is now going to that. So I think we actually don't want this to be the initial path. We want this Oh, but we have to have this be the initial path because the initial path has to have a slash, I believe. Something else that I'm learning about Go routing, right? So let's continue configuration. Here we go. So that's okay. So physical route, use the path template. The builder must be provided. Yep, that's fine. Parameters, it's easy enough. Query string child routes. So this won't be a child route. Oh, I see. I see. Child routes have to be done inside the go route. Okay, okay. Here's my brain. The child route has to be done inside the current route. So if okay, so these are going to be sibling routes, and I want this to be the home route, and that doesn't let me do it like I would do it in C sharp. So we'll do it here, and I'll say home. We will change this to say home, and I guess that means that has to be a comma. All right, we save that. So now we have home. So this is going to go to the home path, which is going to get the home builder. And now, how have I done this? It's time for me to be smart. All right, so now oh, is this really what I did? This is actually exactly what I did. Okay. So, what should happen is now, this is the UI, this is the state, I need the screen. Okay, so when the screen is complete, add completed. Okay, make it const, but what does this do? Oh, this is a page. Okay, so here, instead of this, what I wanted to do is context dot, wait, is that how okay, let me see how Go routing says to do it in the documentation. Navigation. Yep, context.go. That's what I thought. Context.go. Yep, and now I'm going to provide it the the route, which is going to be puppy power route dot home dot path. There we go. Okay, what did I do? Void isn't a widget. I know void isn't a widget, but okay. So then that means that completed won't have a status. Let me copy this up because I'll need this. Sorry, that means that completed won't be in this list. And what will happen is, ooh, that feels good. What will happen is when I get to the end, when it gets to completed, I want to do the, okay, so this is where I have to like think about layers and encapsulation and responsibilities and smart stuff. I want the navigation to happen from the page. I don't really want to bring the navigation into some service of sorts. Like I really kind of want to just try and do it from the page if I can do it from the page. But everything I've done up to this point has been a direct result of a button click, and that doesn't help me. Yeah, that's what I figured. No usages of that. There's usages of that, so yeah, but see, that's navigate to. Oh yeah, okay, so that's a list. That's not gonna help. Okay, so none of what I've done up till now is actually gonna help me with this scenario. Great. That means I get to learn live. Okay. So that means that I don't want to do the navigation in the block, right? Like I don't want this thing to have to pay attention to the context and blase blah. So the question is, what happens when this happens? Okay, so that means that when this, oh yeah, switch statement is broken now because add missing switch case. It has to be something that returns a widget, and void doesn't return a widget. Ugh, okay, so this is what we're doing. So the question still remains, how do I... So I could technically do this on the load of the completed page, right? So I guess I could say like when the completed page loads, then immediately go do this thing. That seems kind of weird though. Um, so let's go through the no clicking buttons on the computer. Okay, so if I quit, sorry, I gotta quit some things. So if I go through this again, okay, the last step is gender. So when I add gender, on press on gender, I could be smart and just do. Ooh, no, that's not gonna do it that way. Come on. Wrap with. Nope, don't want to wrap it with a block anything. I really just. Oh, yeah, this is a disadvantage to using. Right. So it, okay, so it shows it, right? So, okay, so that means that, all right, I didn't get a crash this time, which is good. So, okay. Okay. Haha. Oh, wait, no, no, no. I'm smart. It still has to be in here. Yeah, I have so much respect for the polyglots, the ones that just can do this all day with no problems. Switch between languages on a moment's notice. Y'all are heroes. I can't fucking do that shit. Like it's such an admirable thing. All right, so okay. So now I'm gonna put a breakpoint here and see what happens. Yep, I get it that my backup is not complete because I don't have the storage. Hmm. All right. Okay, no crash again. Yay, that's good. Ollie is my pet. Breed is a boxer because they both start with B. That's ridiculously ugly that it's printed that way, so I'll have to do some string magic to that later. No, oh, okay. I can just input it. 10 2021 I think is when he was born. Yep. Next. How much does he weigh? He weighs 90 units. And he is a guy. All right, he's gonna. Yep. Okay, so now my GoRouter is going to route and wah, 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 wah. Okay, so that means that I have to like redo this to make it not be bad. Also, what was that in the runtime? Oh, no, it's not the dart analysis. Where's debug? There we go. Route configuration. What does it say? Oh, well, GoRouter is telling me that I'm still not good at this. So, send notification to the instance of GoRouter. When did that happen? Did that happen before? See, I'm not paying attention. All right. Clear all. Let's rerun this. Because like what I don't want it to do is on completed. Ooh, can I? Does that work that way in Dart? Okay, so maybe I need to like think my Dart skills. Oh, I see. Because I have it as a builder for the block, so I'd have to change the way that that works in order to get it. Ugh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it out of the box this way, but we're gonna continue to push down the road because right now we got bigger fish. We got other stuff that doesn't work. Not 1010, 1110. He's 90 units. Okay, so I'm sending the completed. I'm getting to the go route. So this is the debug. So the console, I'm looking at the console. Okay. So the second I try to go there, it fails. Okay, probably because I haven't set up a navigation key. So I'm just go ahead and set up a navigation key and hope that that's what the problem was. Hmm? Because my other thing has a navigation key and it seems like it's kind of important, but I don't really know. All right, so let's go back to our routes. Let's do class. Navigation. Navigator. Yeah, let's stick with the semantics of the language we work with. Navigator key. Sure. We'll call it that. And then we'll have a static global key. Navigator state. Haha. And we'll call that navigator key. There we go. All right. That sets us up. So that gives us a key. So now we go use the key in the setup of the go routes. And we say navigator key dot navigator key. All right. Maybe that'll fix the problem. Don't know. We're going to try. Because it would be what would be ideal is that we'll still have to find a way to make that part not suck. And maybe we just take completed out as a state altogether, right? And we just don't worry about it. It's a possibility we could do as well. It's probably not the best possibility, but it is a possibility. But then again, I don't know if like does the state machine care, right? As long as it has an exit state, I don't know that the machine itself cares. But we'll see. Next, he is 90 units of fun. Nope. Match by navigator key. Yeah, so I gave it a key. Exception was thrown. Match. So I gave it a key, but the page. Okay, so clearly I'm still not good at this. Okay, so let's go ahead and this is the part where all right, so status. That might actually be part of the problem is that I'm trying to short circuit the completed state, but I'm gonna continue to go headlong down this rabbit hole until I hit a brick wall that I can't go any further, and then I'll yeah, error page builder would have text and state grab that. All right, and then I'm gonna come over to routes, new dart file, call it not underscore found underscore screen. And then I'm actually just gonna copy the pasta from over here real quick. All right. Yep. Not found screen, import library, and then add the const modifier, clean up the class, put all the commas where they belong because it's Dart, and be happy with what I've got, maybe? Okay, so now hopefully, if it errors, I'll at least get it to go to an error page, question mark? Although it's still trying to present this page, which... So we'll see if the Go routing is able to do it. I don't know if it will or if it won't, but we'll find out. Because like the question is well, I guess it's not a... Oh, that's actually a good point. I'm just putting up not found, but that doesn't mean that it's actually not found. I should probably look at the state and determine what's going on and blah blah blah. But for now, I'm just gonna put up a simple 404 because it's funny to me. Because that's like every web response, right? It doesn't matter because no one pays attention to the language of HTTP. He's 90 fun units. I'm gonna take this breakpoint out because I don't care right now. So now it's gonna go to the path and oh, full stop. Is that what's going on? Ooh, that's spicy. Now I see what's going on, I think. I'm adding it, but I'm not getting the opportunity to await what happens here. Ooh, scheisse. But it's not next. It's not back. So, okay. Eek, 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 eek. So I actually need to wait for this to finish. Oh, that's a pain. Because it's like I need a slight delay to allow this to finish, and then so it means that this needs to be awaitable, but it's not, and I don't think that would matter anyway because I'm not getting a direct answer. It's ooh, okay. So on press, gender. I don't want to do on. Oh, on next I could just. You know what? I could use that to my advantage. Instead of doing it that. Ooh, okay, that won't work. Straight out of the box, I'll have to change the way this button works. I have to give it a specific on next value, but that could work. Is that I let this do its thing, and then in the on next, I actually. I don't think I'm gonna answer this question today because it's kind of weird. But I feel like let me put that there in the margin. So I feel like that's a possibility. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I think that's a possibility. Okay, so now I realize what the problem is that even though I'm adding the gender, this is not a synchronous operation. Because it's not a synchronous operation, this is firing off and it's not completing. Now, I don't know if that's actually what's causing my Go router not to route, because I doubt that's the case. Oh, I guess I have to have a review screen anyway, right? So this, instead of this being completed, this should probably be review. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Wow. Get add lib routes asterisk. Get status. Yeah. Okay. Those are git commit dash m add full for page for giggles. Because I'd always find it funny. So this is one thing like I'll like in terms of apps I use. I always find it funny when the app or really the any website gives you a fun and exciting 404 experience. And what I mean by that is like, okay, you could get a 404 experience where it just says 404 page not found, right? But like the dog website will show, um, pictures of puppies, and so on and so forth. Or they'll, say give it, that, the fantasy website will come back and say, "Oh, there here be dragons," right? Like stuff like that. Like I enjoy that because at least the person who's writing the code and the designer who's designing the application cares enough about my user experience to know that the current experience sucks, and they're giving me something to kind of take the edge off of that sucky experience. So I appreciate stuff like that. So this is probably needs to be a review page. Review page. And what I need to do from here is review everything. So this thing is going to get state. Oh, let me go. I think this is just a widget. Yeah, this is just a widget. But that should be fine, right? So here, the context on the widget. I feel like up to this point, everything is on the same. Oh, here's the pet type widget. So maybe not. Everything is on a similar, is using a similar thing. Let me think about this. Let me use my big brain. Is that how I want to do this? Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll have a review page. The page likely needs to take in the state. This is where my brain hurts and I don't remember how to do certain things in Dart. This is what happens when you take too much time off. Um, how do I do this in other places? Let me think of it this way. If I go here, actually, let me go to the extensions, right? So that's parameters, object, and I push the route. Do I actually push anything anywhere though? I don't think I do. Let me go look. Context finder. Oop, don't do that. On tap string. Yeah, but what gets passed in? Nothing. Okay, so here. What gets should gets well, I guess I could just technically do it in the thing and get the state off the context. So I should be able to say like, oh wait, no, I have to put this in some type of block bit, won't I? This is where it gets weird because I feel like this is where we get into Inception because this is done inside a block builder, but I feel like I need another block builder in order to be able to get access to the block. Oh, if only I was prepared for such things. Yep, no, that's exactly how it works. Ugh, it's not what I wanted to hear. Let me see if this. Nope, that's the wrong. Okay, yeah, this screen should take in something. It doesn't take in. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, here we go. I think I got it figured out because I've written maybe some decent Dart code in my time. Yeah, that's not going to go there. Instead, that's going to go somewhere in the review page. But this, I'm going to wrap this placeholder in a wrap with, excuse me, a block provider block. Come on, you can do it. How about this? Let me try this. Wrap with block provider. Yeah, because I just need to know what the information is. Okay. Don't want that. Do I not have block? Wait a minute. Okay, I was about to say. Oh my god, my brain hurts. This is going to be the add pet state. I think is the answer to that. Oh, it's the block. Add pet block. Okay. The create on the context. Oh, I see. I'm still gonna need. Okay, the invalid. But here, what I'm gonna want is that doesn't really matter. Okay, so let me just start fixing things. All right. Why does that need something? Invalid constant. What does the create require? Should just be a func like anything else. Do I actually have to return something? Ooh. What is this return? Doesn't return anything, so I don't. It's gonna tell me that it requires a create. It's probably what it's gonna say. It's like, yeah. Okay. And what does this thing have to return? Return 0. Like, does that get it? Invalid constant value. Int isn't a pet. Oh, I have to. Oh, I see. I gotta go. Okay. There's my brain. Locator. I need to use the locator to locate the add pet block. Do I not have it? How about to say, okay, I'm still calling it locator here, so that's good. Invalid constant value. Oh, womp, 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 womp. That's what that was all about? Oh, man. Rodney's ability to dart is getting worse. Okay. So then at least that is sufficient. There we go. We can save that. Let's call this review. This is likely going to have to, so from here, the real question is, can I get the information off the block? But I guess not. So then from here, if I do child and I make this a block builder. All right, so let me do that. Let's wrap this with a block builder. And the subject is going to be add pet block and add pet state. So now here we'll have the state. So here, let's wrap this in a column. And let's review stuff. Let's see how this works. Text is going to be state dot name. Why oh why wouldn't that work? String. Ugh. That's so annoying. Okay. So I guess that means that at this point that I've gotten to the review screen, I actually want the state. So I just want to take the state and create a. At this point, yeah, okay. So at this point, in memory, what I want is not. All right. So okay, good. Got it. So what I'll do is I'll do var pet or no, sorry, can't do var. I need to do pet. Is that what we're calling it? A pet. Let me just go use this as a link. Oh, it's an aminal. Why am I calling it an animal instead of a pet? That's. Oh, I know why. Because a pet is an animal, right? But yeah, an animal isn't necessarily a pet. So that's probably why I did it that way because I think I'm smart. Okay, so I want this to be an animal, and I want to do new animal. Let me do this. Let me bring in the library, and I'll have IntelliSense, and I'll be able to do animal.factory ID. We'll do state.id. State.type. Yep, I know. We're just vert. Okay, yeah, we'll just do this. State dot here, date of birth, weight, and gender. Yep, I know. The fact. Okay, yeah, nope, don't need the new. So now we've got access to the factory correctly. So there's the pet, and we'll do pet.name, and we are going to just tell the compilation at the moment that we are smarter than it and we have done validations. At this point, we will have done validation to verify. That means that we now have a pet, and we will return the pet.name underneath review. We're gonna see how this goes. This is gonna be spicy. So we're gonna get here. We're gonna get to the review page or review. Actually, we're gonna call this review screen. Completed. Is that what this was? Let's just call this review. Let's see how good I am at this. Underscore screen. Alright, so reviewing it. So we'll review the screen. I'll probably change this to pass in the state from here. Or wait, let me see. Does this thing? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, okay. I can technically do it from the previous block builder and not have to worry myself here. I don't know if that matters to me right now. Honestly, don't know what the correct way to do that in Dart would be. All right, so again, no catastrophic Mac OS failure. We've got a dog with a name. We'll not worry about the date of birth right now. He's 90 units. We'll click next. He's got a. Ooh. Ooh. Spicy. Spicy. Okay. So clearly we're not good at this. So this is where a developer that I know through the interwebs would tell me, "Hey Rodney, write a UI test," and I'm like, eh. I don't wanna. It's not that I don't want to. It's that I don't like. I'm not comfortable enough with it yet to like make that part of my TDD practice live in front of other people. Like I'm still trying to work on building UI tests on my own time, and I haven't actually done it in Dart in like a couple of months. So I need to do some refresher on it, which will probably be good for me. Add the const modifier to get that out of my face, and we're gonna redo this. Oh, that is even further part of the problem because okay, that's why. Because my block, I am yeah. See, that's the difference. Oh no. Oh, I can't do it that way. I just can't do it like that. Okay, so I would have to change this to be a singleton in order to be able to get this out, and I don't want to do that, so this is likely not the correct way. But the context should put a breakpoint here and look at the context and see what happens. As the context should have access to what it is that I'm looking for. I would think. One would hope. Yeah, so this is an issue of me not paying attention to object life cycles. Um, yep, and we're gonna do this again. And at this point, yes, I should have a test because a test would make this so much quicker. So I might actually like kick rocks here and go do that on my own time later, and come back next time um, with a UI test to test it, or maybe we just do it live in the next like 30 minutes. Probably not though. I think I'm gonna go enjoy my Saturday in a minute. The context. Okay, so the context parent is a block listener. So how do I get it? Okay, so what is a stateless element? The parent is a block listener, and the block listener should have. Does it not have like a public? Nothing on either of these is public. Womp womp. Okay, because like what I want to be able to do is I want to say, give me the thing that has the state. And I guess that means that I can't use a block builder this way. I would actually have to pass the state in to this thing. Okay, so I have a choice to make, I think. I have to either. Okay, so I either have to. Let's go back to the review screen. So I either have to make the review screen a stateful widget, which I think I'm going to have to do, and pass the state into it when we construct it. Oh, come on, you can do it. Okay, here we go, back to the screen. So here I would have to actually explicitly pass state into this thing. All of these are stateless widgets though, right? Like these things don't have state. No, they're stateful widgets. Okay. Okay, so these are already all stateful, so they get the state. Oh, interesting. Okay, I could do it that way. Obtain the value of the nearest ancestor provider of type T. Okay, so I could technically do something like this, right? And in review screen, I could say block is like that. I could technically do that, right? What? Oh, smirt. Smirt. Got it. Got it. I got it. I got it figured out. I got it. There we go. That's the right syntax. And then I can just say add add named parameter block. Change this. No, no, no. Okay. Oh, joy. Some of this I'm going to need to keep. Some of this I'm not. So we're going to grab this real quick because I think that's the part that I'm going to want to keep. I'm going to delete everything else in here. And I'm going to say class, review screen. What is the right? It's extends, stateful. Oh, widget. No, I don't want to do it that way. I can just do stateful widget, stateful, and call it review screen. There we go. Now in my create screen, here's this, and I can do. Okay, that gives me the ability to do that. So that's the same thing as this now, right? So now in my state, okay, so here I take in the super key and I take in a required add pet block, add pet block, Oh, that's right. This isn't the right way to define it. Is oh no, that is. It does works. Oh, this dot create field. Move that down. So that's a public field. You can get to the block. What is the problem? Remove type annotation. And what is this? Convert to block body. Yeah, because now I have to explicitly set it, maybe? Question mark? Is that how I do it here? No. Oh. Oh, I need to make it final. I can make it final. There we go. All right, so now I could technically make that private. I feel like if I do that, though, that gets weird. We'll try it anyway. Yeah, because it's going to tell me that it can't get to the private. Parameters, name, can't. Yeah, okay. I got you. Okay, so I have to do weird stuff. So I'll just make it public for now, and then this would be block dot state, right? Oh, it would be widget. Widget. Womp womp. Dot block. Dot state. All right, so then I can change that to this and this and this. All right, so now, all right, so that's okay. It wants to be overridden, so now where I'm using this as a block, methods can't be invoked in constant expressions. Womp, 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 womp. Block dot. This is, it returns T, which is the block. The block should have state. It's a public property on the block, right? Yep, get state. So I should. Oh, am I really just this good at this? Add const modifier. Okay, there we go. Now everybody's happy there. I technically just want to do const dot state, right? So let's go change that to, from this being to add pet state. Change this to state. Get rid of everywhere where it says widget.state, we'll just grab that, place all. Alright, so now that's state. We just have the state, so all we care about is the state. The state should be okay. So we'll actually put a... Okay, so that means by the time we get here, everything should be functioning correctly. And win, lose, or draw, I think this is where I'm going to call it quits for today. I added GoRouter, which is what I wanted to do. And now I'm just kind of configuring how I'm going to work the app into using navigation. So, and testing a whole bunch of stuff that I should probably actually just have tests for, so I don't have to bore myself with spinning up the emulator and typing in stuff. Right? Like, that's the beauty of tests, is that I don't have to type in stuff to test. Okay, so at this point, widget.state has all the things. Woohoo! So now, debug, there we go. It will create a pet. Yay. Yay, pet. This is exciting. Oh, well, it didn't pick up the right gender, but that's fine. Yay. Yay. Okay. So then this page will get a button at the bottom of it. Button. I don't want a button bar. I just want a button. I guess this would be a material button, doesn't it? Material button. And then the on pressed is just going to be context.go puppy power route dot home dot path. All right, so we'll give this one more spin. Oh yeah, we'll give this one more spin after we reviewed it. Oh, we didn't give it a name. The button has no name. Text. How does material button work? Oh, fine. Button. Icon button. Don't want icon button. Can we just get a regular button? Elevator button. Oh, the child has to be a text. Okay. Child text. Save. Sure. Yep, that's going to be a constant. All right, now we'll run this thing and see what happens. And then this will be the final thing. Whether or not the GoRouter succeeds or fails, we're gonna let it go and see what happens. But now I can center this column and make this the header, the scaffolding, and do jazz with this. But this is a good place because now I've got it to the point where he's a boxer. Now the real question is like, okay, do I make these things on the page editable on the page? And if I was going to do that, then why did I even have this wizard to begin with, right? /10. Okay. Next. 90. Save. Click save. GoRouter blows up. That's fine though. That's fine. The route. Home. Oh, does this need to be /home? Question mark? That's a tomorrow problem. And I'll see if I can't figure out a way to test this GoRouter configuration because that might be snazzy by itself, right? To be able to take the configuration and just write some tests against it to verify that things work the way they're supposed to work. But overall, I think I'm happy with the progress for today. I've got, let me just center that column. Anyway, I think I'm overall happy with where I am with this because this gives me a simple but effective way to now go to the home page from here, and then add a spot on the home page to get back here so you can go add or edit a dog as much as you want. I think that this review page is going to end up being an editable page because you're going to have a page to edit the animal anyway after you've gone through the wizard of taking all the things in for adding a new pet. But that's a tomorrow problem, and I'm not going to over optimize too soon because every time I over optimize too soon, I end up regretting it. So, granted, when I take too long to optimize, I also regret that too. So there's a sweet spot in the middle there somewhere where you do the right amount of optimization at the right amount of time, or in the right amount of time. But neither here nor there. This I feel like has been a good session, and I think I understand Go routing a little bit better, and I'm going to start digging into the Go routing a little bit further because clearly there's something here that I don't understand. So, you folks have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time.